Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of the U.N.I Reviews podcast, where we will be talking about UQ Holder today. Um, I have with me Nemo, so it's going to be a bit of a shorter, lighter podcast today. You got anything you want to say to the people out there, Nemo?
Um, nah, man, just stay high and watch anime.
I know that's right. Okay, so it was a pretty decent anime. I watched it in I think about two sittings. And Nemo over here coughing up a lung.
Yeah, my bad. I think I didn't actually watch it this week. I watched UQ Holder quite recently. I think that was February. Yeah, because I got it as a recommendation from a homegirl of mine,
Okay.
and I fucked with it. Like it was, it was hard for what it was.
Yeah. For me, it's just something random I chose. We're looking at some descriptions of the animes and just some I came across, never heard of it before, and figured give it a watch. So
Did you
this
know
is first
there's an
time watch.
actual? Did you actually know there's a prequel series to this?
No idea. What is the name of that?
I can't remember. Hollow had told me a few days ago, but the person who is the main character's grandfather, the story actually revolves around him. Like that little first scene where we actually see his grandfather.
Yeah.
Like that's the story. So it was more of a fan service harem anime, like comedy, but fantasy, magic, all of that. It was more kind of like this one, but just on the goofy side.
Is it what Mahu Sensei?
I think that's what he said it was called. Yep.
Yeah, I just looked it up. I did not know that at all. I may have to look at that.
Yeah, I watched the preview
Because I saw the character. He looked familiar, but I couldn't put my finger on what exactly I saw him from. But yeah, you may have to watch that.
Yeah, I saw a couple compilation videos. It's pretty funny for the most part. It's actually funny as hell for me.
So, what are your general thoughts on this anime?
Um, like I said, I liked it for what it was.
Is there anything you'll add? Anything you'll take out?
Um, I still don't know how I feel about the one character who was like genderless until a certain point. Not to say that her fighting what her the fight scenes wasn't hard. The character itself you know, wasn't a bad character. It just kind of threw you for a loop. Like it was just you couldn't forget it. Like I think that would be my only thing. And then I was kind of wanting to know more about the vampire chick, the blonde.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So besides that, I mean, like I said, it was all
So,
around.
would you have just taken that concept out completely and just chose a gender for it, or just didn't like that at all?
I mean, like I've said before, seen a lot of anime, so I've seen things in similar fashions. So the character itself gave off the vibes of a tomboyish girl
Mm-hmm.
that never really looked at herself as a woman. You know what I'm saying? She was just one of the guys, like, and the main character dude just kind of, you know,
He's so young. He's ambivalent. He's not paying any attention to it at all.
yeah, but it's kind of turning her into a girl, which that happens all the time with these tomboy chicks in anime. The niggas who's oblivious to them, but you know they like them. They end up acting more girlier at the end of the day, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, they ended up agreeing to be friends, but we all know what you want to be a girl now. Don't lie.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like if they do come out with that second season, then that will definitely be that will probably be an aspect in it. And actually choosing a side, and I think it's more likely gonna be girl than anything. Because I mean,
I think that's probably going to be the main topic for the first few episodes of that shit.
and due to the fact that the what Kuromaru, I think is his name, was just surrounded by so many girls anyway. Everybody that is part of UQ holders.
Yeah,
There's not many guys, or if well, there are plenty of guys. They're just not shown as much because what earlier in the I think when they went to go to the town to help out the orphans, and all those dudes that were helping out were all guys. Well, all the people in suits were helping out with guys, but they were just like your side character, so they didn't have any background, anything like that. So
yeah, that is true. I mean, that's like I said, bro. Anime is that category that's usually how it is most of the time. It's more of a 1 to 2, maybe 3 male character focus, and then they kind of top it off with majority females, and you know, as long as the characters don't clash too hard in the story, it usually doesn't tend to make people make a fuss about it. Like, oh, here's another hero, you know.
yeah,
I've seen plenty. You know, few males, mainly females, should be fine.
now that I think about it, it's just about all. First one to come to mind that doesn't necessarily play off of that trope is like Naruto. There's not many women in Naruto,
Yeah,
and the few that they do have are just play very small roles. They're not quote unquote the strongest. They're most likely seen as some of the weaker characters.
oh, they definitely showed that in Boruto with the female member of the Kara. They definitely show you how Kishimoto just treats his females like shit. It's funny, honestly.
Attack on Titan is another one that doesn't have many females.
Honestly, bro, that's because a lot of them just die. It was plenty of them in there, bro. They either died or some majorly fucked up shit happened.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of those dudes survived by the will of God, bro. them females deep down, they was ready to go. They was like, yo, I'm sick. I'm quite sick of these giant motherfuckers. I need to get the fuck out of here.
I guess so. Or the females were just not shown as much because they're like the regular characters. They got to be the house builders since there aren't as many people because they're in that little area and like Wall Maria. So they got to actually be home builders. They got to actually make more kids so they don't all die out completely. So
you know what I'm saying?
that's why it happened.
An example, Aaron's mom, when she realized that her whole lower half of her body was done, she was like, bro, I'm food.
Pretty much.
I need for you and Mikasa to get the hell up out of here because I am the only one that is food right now. You are still a human being. Like I'm done. Like even if I could run, motherfucker, I have a stone on the lower half of my body.
That was a house, or was it?
That was the roof plus the stone walls that made up the house on top of her body, bro. There was no way they were gonna get his mom out of there, bro. And like she said, my legs are fucked up, bro. Y'all gonna have to drag me.
Pretty much. She did pull Obito. He's like, fuck it, I ain't getting out of here. But without further ado, I guess we can just go ahead and get into the scores. Let's see. I'll start off with the music. Music was pretty simple. Nothing too spectacular, nothing over the top. Nothing remarkable about it. So that's probably going to be a little bit lower for me. So I'm going to give the music a 4, simply because it wasn't as integrated or wasn't as important of a part in the anime. And the story was pretty interesting. They had some concepts that I haven't seen in other animes that I've been watching as of late. Had they, like we were talking about the concept where Kumaru being either or and being able to choose. I feel like if they did that and use that concept in some other animes, things would have turned out a whole lot differently. But for the most part, it is just, hey, I'm going to be a young guy creating my harem, and these are all my women because I like them all the same. But for the most part, they sort of, I'm satisfied when it comes to the end of it. I feel like they wrapped it up pretty well. And if they don't make a second season, if they don't make it to the top of the tower, then I'm satisfied because we already saw what was at the top of the tower waiting for him, because it came down to see him. All this is going to be is a rematch when he makes it to the top. So, story would probably get a 6. For visuals, it was okay to look at. And the OVAs were pretty decent. They did some interesting things with those. So I didn't hate looking at it. And it was a lot of nudity, but tasteful. So you didn't get all that.
Say that.
You said what?
I said I knew somebody was gonna say that. This nigga said nudity, but tasteful. Like it wasn't just out there for no reason. Like
yeah.
You knew these chicks was deliberately trying to seduce this boy. And it was funny. Like, do these folks really go through that out there as a child? Because you don't see no shit like that out here.
But granted, they're all immortal, so
that is true. So they've seen.
They gotta find somebody to mess around with.
Yeah, they've seen a couple lifetimes. I would say.
If he's 13 and he's immortal, I don't technically think he's 13 anymore, because he's going to be 13 forever. So they kind of put you in a different, I guess, mind space. But
because he died, right? He died in the first episode.
Yeah. Then
she brought him back to life because he was like a vampire. But then he was like something else too. Like, yo, this is cliches. This is the most cliche shit ever, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
because I think he died in an accident with his parents, and then she happened to be there and was like, "Hey, I'm going to save your life because you're related to my old crush," type thing. So, oh,
yeah, it was just one of those. Girl,
Feeling,
music.
get that feeling. I want sexual
What?
healing.
This nigga joint?
Nah, bro. I slick, bro. Both Slick already up, and Slick already seen that. So I'm gonna
well,
get my
come on,
opinion. I'm gonna leave. Stupid ass.
join in, join
Nah.
in.
I'll stay.
The more, the merrier. Uh, but like I was saying, the visuals, it was nice to look at. So I'll probably give the visuals a 7.
Okay. So, what did you say? 4, 7, and
Yeah, so music 4, story 6, visual 7.
okay. That's not bad, I would say.
Yeah, pretty average show. Yeah.
Because I mean, the music for you was kind of just there.
Yeah, it's pretty skippable, especially the intro and outro. So the story is definitely the best part about this anime.
I'd say story and a little bit of the visuals because the fight scenes were a little.
Yeah, they did have
They
fight scenes. That was
were impressive.
some eye candy there. So who wanted
You
to go
gotta grab
next?
the world sometime, bro. You gotta grab
Yeah,
the
you
world.
got to grab it with your feet and eat ramen with your eat ramen with your feet with
Yeah.
chopsticks.
Mix vegetables with your feet. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if Naruto sees somebody do that dumbass shit, he'll slap the fuck out of them. Like, why would you do some shit like that? Why is you wasting noodles? Like,
Uh,
Not my Ichukaku.
mhm. You ain't shit, but you're cooking straight. Stupid ass.
I can't believe he made that nigga famous. That noodle guy. Just because he ate there every day of his life.
Yeah, those are my scores. Who wanted to go next?
Shit, you said you seen it, Lloyd, right?
Go ahead, Nemo.
All right. Like I said, music again, it's kind of just there. Um, it made some of the fight scenes a little more impactful sometimes, but again, just there. So I have to give it a 5.5. Not gonna be a dick. Um, story.
Shit, I gotta look up the opening again. I forgot about that. I don't even.
Yeah,
How that shit go? Somebody
I
help me real
can't
quick.
even remember it, bro. I can't
Somebody-
remember it at all.
that's why I gave it a 4 because I cannot remember it. I watched other animes this week as well, and the other animes definitely stood out a little bit more than that one.
And that's probably what it is for me because I've been watching a lot of the new shit that comes out week for week. So, yeah. Me
Or
trying.
either that, or I watched this and I watched Skate the Infinity, and
How was that, by the way?
it it's giving me the feels again. Like it has that excitement factor when it comes to wow, what happened? How did that happen? And the intro, it's the intro song is pretty dope. So that just probably overshadowed, what was going on in this anime. So it's definitely worth to watch, in my opinion. Yeah, I felt some type of way about it because I didn't want to. Because what I watch, Kuriko basketball, And I
Yeah.
sort of felt some type of way about watching sport animes because I feel like Kiriko could have just been condensed because it's like pretty much the same thing in every episode. Uh, but with this, it has a little bit more excitement factor. So I enjoy that. So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. But like I said, the story um it was, again good for what it was. So I'll give that a 7.5. Um Visuals, like I said, the visuals kind of helped with the story as well. So I give the visuals 6.8.
okay, and last but not least, the man that we all came for. He's been MIA, but today he is back. Suma.
Yeah, yeah, I've been in their head already. Okay, that's not familiar either. I swear to God, yeah, I don't, yeah. Opening it and it was slick. Passport as fuck. But yeah, music, yeah, same. I'm gonna get that shit a 5. I can't fucking remember none of the OSTs, but then again, I haven't seen it and it's been a minute, so I'm giving 5. Neither here nor there. Animation was definitely not bad. Definitely one of the better ones. Had a lot of potential. Uh,
Would you watch the second season if they brought it back?
Hell yeah. I was honestly mad that they didn't continue it. I was like, okay, it
I
gotta
mean,
get
there's
it can't go
speculation.
nowhere else but up.
Did you watch the OVAs after the 12 episodes? Well, I think it's 12, 13, something like that. But did you watch
Yeah,
the fan
I think I
service?
did. Bruh, fan service all day. Like bruh, how you get hard from watching a chick getting shot in the mouth? I don't get it. Shot in the mouth.
Hell no.
Never mind, stupid. But anyway, but hmm, honestly, get the animation like a 6.6. 6.6 though. Honestly, yeah, 6.6. Because I really did like the way they animated the speed.
Did you like the tasteful nudity?
The what?
The tasteful nudity.
All the scenes in the bathhouse.
Oh, the etchy. The fan service. Right, it was needed. It was actually wasn't needed, but it. I can't see it without it anymore. It's synonymous with the damn anime. But yeah, story. I ain't gonna lie, it did kind of it got me around the end when what his name Ziggy Springfield is his grandfather. I think Ziggy
Neggy.
Nagy. Okay, yeah, yeah. The concept was kind of was familiar to me a little bit because I ain't gonna go into that, but it was a pretty good little spin to it. I liked it.
Did you know about the prequel?
A prequel.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
prequel to
there's a
this
story. There's a story actually about his grandfather.
that follows Negi.
Are you talking about during the show when they flashbacks? Oh, you talking about they had a
All of those
whole
niggas,
nother?
There's a
all
whole
of those.
nother anime that is that prequel for this,
No, I ain't see that.
and it follows his granddad. Or yeah,
That's
Mm-mm.
really the more. That's more so the fan service, etchy one, the comedy.
Even though they damn near covered it in those two episodes of flashbacks pretty well.
hmm
Surprised how much more material do they? have?
and also the
What-
way that they tied it all together at the end, where all the class
yeah,
people came together
Nah,
and
but you remember the blonde chick said a lot of those girls that was there, they didn't start
like
off.
that, bruh. Nigga had a whole harem out here
Yeah, bruh. Some of them
for
chicks
the low.
transported in. So I guess, like I said, it's a comedy slice of life with magic and fantasy shit.
Yeah, I definitely put comedy in that shit. Most def. Yeah, old ladies in wheelchairs thinking about them getting wet still. I'm like, bruh, Jesus.
like, you know what, your granddad was so fine, I may give you some pussy, but
Just from association.
Yeah, that was the one thing that threw me off. Hey, that was the one thing that threw me off about Blondie. Like, yo, you want this nigga grandson? God damn. Did you
That's-
fuck him? Like, did you accomplish the goal of getting him first? Or did you just look at him from a distance like you did in the first episode in the flashback? Like,
bruh.
you waited 2 generations to get some dick. Like, come on, man.
pretty much.
Oh man, like, and then what happened to the dad? Like, no, they did not talk about his dad, did they?
They brought him up like once, but it wasn't nothing special. Because I mean, I guess because he died in the accident, right? So they showed him in the flashback, but not the flashback, but in the little dream world that they went into during the fight, the big fight, the
Like,
tournament.
I'm just wondering, like, how his dad was. Like, did the blonde chick fawn over his dad too? Like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, the tournament you were almost not. Well, he wasn't not qualified.
Yeah. Let's get your story score, Lloyd. Suma.
Shit. I'm gonna get that shit. I'm gonna get it 7. I'm gonna get it 7.
7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that pretty much concludes the reviewing section of this podcast. And just so I don't leave you guys high and dry, I'm just gonna randomly choose something since Skate the Infinity sort of came up in discussion. I think that it will be the one that I would task you guys with watching for next week. Because we can't keep doing all these niche anime. We got to do some of the popular things sometimes to bring the people in. So, Escape the Infinity, I think will be a good choice for next week.
All right. Wait, is it still coming out or is it done?
It's 12 episodes. It's done
Okay.
for now, from what I saw. But we just gonna watch 12 episodes, even if it's not for time's sake. So, any of you guys have anything you want to end on?
You said
Any?
escape?
So, it's spelled SK8, like the number 8, SK8
It's always being fancy.
THE Infinity. If you need help looking it up. But it's a basic it's like a sports type anime. It's about
Damn.
skateboarding. And I've watched a few episodes already, so definitely worth the watch from what I've seen so far. It's funny and got some
You watch
action in there
IQ?
from time to time. Well, what was that
B-Rock.
again?
You watch IQ?
Haikyuu?
Uh-huh.
Not ringing a bell.
I started it. I need to finish it.
I was about to judge. I was about to judge this shit right now.
Haikyuu.
The
I know.
volleyball.
Volleyball.
Oh yeah, I know it was sounding familiar, but I don't think I saw it. Yeah, I think I scrolled past it and I didn't necessarily want to watch it because Carrying Up Basketball kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. How'd you feel about it? Did you watch it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know. It was okay. It was okay. You know, I just hate when niggas over hype shit, and I'm just looking for the sensational, over romanticized shit that they talking about. But it was good. I mean, it was straight.
Yeah,
Honestly, wouldn't
I feel like
be
if I
something
watch
I
it, it's
would
gonna be a
just
while.
click on myself. But it's a cool little thing to watch with. Watch it with
After
people
you
that
had a
just
few
want to talk
drinks
about it.
and nothing else to do.
Yeah. All of that shit. I don't know. Drinks. Shoot. Why if I end up sleeping on that shit?
Yeah, but hey, at least it'll entertain you for a little bit before you go to bed. So, yeah. So I think that pretty much concludes today's podcast. Is something small.
Oh, was I
So
on here?
what was that?
Was I out here?
Was you here?
I'm a cat.
Oh,
I call him out.
okay, gotcha. Oh no, he didn't join us tonight. Just me, you, and Nemo. So yeah, that concludes another episode. So like I always say, keep an open mind when it comes to anime. You never know when you may come upon a gem or something that may just be your cup of tea. And watch anime and stay blessed. This has been another episode of the U.N.I. Reviews podcast. See you next week. We'll be going over Skate the Infinity.